Good evening, everyone. It is Monday, September 12th. I'm just looking over some questions on the first day that students are having. I want to stress with you to not be overwhelmed. Don't get too stressed with this course. There's a learning curve as far as figuring out how everything works, and after we get through the first unit, I promise it will all fall into place, and that you'll become familiar with the assignments, with the layout of the class. I do want to keep in mind, I'm teaching 2 sections this semester, but I use these recordings for both sections. So if this is section 11, if you're in my section 17 class, the screen doesn't look like yours, but it's the same questions coming from both sections. So that's why in this video, I'll try and go over to 17 as well so that you see it from there, but they're the exact same layout, both courses. Let me quick see what Jamie Cook's question is. Is there a reading we should do? Okay. So let me start off with, today's the first day of classes. Your first due date is not until October 6th, a Thursday. So this first week, all that you should be concerned about is looking through iLearn, going through the course, clicking on all these tabs, looking through everything, getting familiar with things. And that's where your questions are coming, which is a great sign to me because that means that you actually are looking into the course and figuring out where things go. But there's nothing due immediately, and that's a great blessing to have so that we have some time to work through the kinks, get your textbooks, your textbook, and things like that. What you can do this week is take under content and under this introduction, so there's a welcome tab which I encourage you to look through, as well as the schedule that has the due dates and the assignments, and I emailed this out this morning as well as updated it on iLearn so it has the due dates. Let me go back to content. What folder you can be looking under is this introduction. So it has some of the same documents that are under the welcome tab, the syllabus, the course overview, but it also has this pre-test quiz. So you can take the pre-test anytime this week. It's not due. There's no score associated or a grade associated with it. It helps me understand where my students are coming from. So go ahead and take it this week. As I said, it's not a due date, so you don't need to have it done by a certain day, but go ahead and take it. And then Unit 1 doesn't begin until next Monday, September 19th. So I won't even issue the video lecture for that unit until next Monday. So I'm getting some questions about fact or fiction, discussion boards, things like that. And that's really not until, hold on, let me change this so that I see it as a student. Sorry guys, let me back up for a second. So it looks the same as yours. So you don't really need to get into all of this right now. If you want to work ahead without the video lecture, go ahead. I'm just telling you, I'm getting a lot of questions, and all of those questions will be answered in the video lecture that I put together for Unit 1. Mainly because I don't want you to rush into the unit until you are familiar with the topic, with the course, and things like that. One question, Jamie Cook, I believe, asked about the fact or fiction. Just take them. You don't have to read anything. They're excluded from your overall score, so that you don't have to do well on it. Just take it. The reading checks, you do need to read the chapter to take those, and those are for grade. Once again, you get to take them 3 times, and it automatically takes your highest score, which I discussed in the initial introduction lecture video that I sent out. The next question is some students, so there's a discussions tab here, and many of you have posted your introduction under this questions and conversations. Again, this is section 11, so just my section 11 classes, or class. Where those introductions should go, let me back up. So I went right back to the discussions tab. There's Unit 01.01, Collaborative Quest Discussion. This is where it will go. Another way to find that, because right here you see it and you're like, what do I do? There's no topic, there's nothing. The other way to get into that, the other route, is under Unit 1, under Unit Activities, there is right here, Collaborative Quest Discussion Instructions. And right here is where it tells you to provide an introduction and to include a picture. Right here it says picture. And then once you read this, to post, go to the next page and click on Start New Thread. So it pulls it up, and you click on right here and start new thread, and that's where you begin your introduction. Another question coming from an email, I believe, is where to find the journal, because the student is seeing, and I explained this in my first video lecture, but and I'll go through it again in my next lecture for Unit 1. But what you're seeing is when you click on these tabs, you're seeing journal entry questions. What this correlates to is, let me back up and go to Unit 1. So here I am again at Unit 1. Under Unit Activities, there's a reflective journal instructions. When you click on that, there's a download for the journal. So the student that's asking me about the journal assignment, this is what you do. And the questions correlate from the other site, the other page. So you would answer the question right here and keep working on it, question by question, and then submit it. Which you just click here and you upload the document. And that's how you submit it. Again, that's not due until the first week of October, so don't rush it here. And also, again, I will post a video on Unit 1 that will describe some of the questions on that reflective journal are tricky, so that's when I go through it question by question and explain some more things in further detail, which will be posted next Monday on the 19th. The next question is on the textbook. Some of you are wondering, where do I get it? So the textbook that you need is right here. There is an ebook available that I sent the link out in the email, the welcome email. Let me pull, well, I don't want to pull that up because I have other emails in my account that I don't want you to see. You can also purchase it from Amazon, any online textbook store. Amazon has several used copies. As far as a cheaper version, let me just go to Amazon because they do have an textbook developing person through it. Keep in mind once again that you do need the 9th edition. So right here they have an e-textbook available for $68. Then they have, looks like you can rent it, and you can have free shipping on your way back for $61. I don't know what this try the textbook for free is. Oh, it's a 7-day trial. You're going to need it longer than 7 days. Sorry, guys. They have a paperback version for $44. So there's a few options here as far as getting it cheaper. Here it is for $25 a rental, $24 a used book. You're going to be a little in trouble as far as getting the book in time, possibly with shipping, but if it's a little bit expedited, you might be okay. So there's some options for textbook. Let me go over to section 17 and just make sure that there's no more further questions. Okay, and there's no questions in section 17. So this is a good place. I'm glad that you guys are commenting and asking questions in here. Just keep in mind that your introduction should go under the Unit 1 collaborative quest. Sorry. So hopefully this helps clarify some questions that you guys have. Send me an email. I will host office hours on Thursday, the 15th. To find those, the link for my office hours is right here. So you're just going to go to this link, and it'll be on Thursday at 7:30 Mountain Standard Time, 8:30 my time. So come, and that way I can share my screen with you if that's helpful for some of you, and I can show you a little bit more. Otherwise, again, I will post a Unit 1 video next Monday to begin that unit with further details. Have patience, be patient with me, be patient with yourself as we work out the questions and anything. I don't want you guys to drop the course because it seems like too much. It is a lot for a course. It does take time, but you'll get through it, I promise. So just bear with us and send me an email with any questions you have. Good luck, everyone.